How do you face an uncertain future? How do you face your future? It's the text, to talk, the takeaway. Joshua 1:7 says this: Be strong and very courageous. Let me give you the context of the text. What is happening is that now Joshua and 1.5 million people have just crossed the Jordan, about to cross the Jordan, coming out of the wilderness, going into the promised land. Moses is dead. He's been buried by God. Joshua now assumes command and leadership of 1.5 million people. In the first chapter of Joshua, you find all of his inhibitions, all of his fears, all of the things that are going on in his mind. How do I face my future? I see a parallel with what's going on today. How do we face our future? It's so uncertain right now. Not just the election, pandemic, all of those things, just normal everyday living. I am not sure how I'm going to make it, Bishop. Here are 3 things I need you to grab in facing an uncertain future. Number 1, Joshua was told by God to be strong. Be strong. 2 things I want you to grab out of that first thing. First of all, it is the conjugated verb of be. In order to be, it is an assumption that you already are. And when God tells him to be strong, it is also, the second thing is, there is an acceptance that there is some fear. There is some sense of weakness there. When you face the future, you have to understand that you have got to be what you already are. Strong. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. So be strong, face that future. And the second thing is this. What does God tell Joshua? Be courageous. Be courageous. Now, in verse 7, it tells him that in being courageous, you have to be studious. You have to be studious. Many times we are fearful because of the unknown. And in verse 7, what he says is, now, Joshua, what you need to do is study that book. Don't let the book of the law enter or not go out of your mouth. I'll get it right in a minute. He says, now, do not let it leave your mouth. In other words, he's saying to him, look, Joshua, you've got to understand something. Study this book both day and night. Study the book both day and night. Meditate on it. Now, what does the Hebrew word meditate mean in verse 7? It means like a cow that chews its cud. You know this story. You know this all well. That a cow chews, regurgitates, chews some more, regurgitates, chews some more before the cow swallows. And so in verse 7, when he says, do not let this book of the law depart out of your mouth, then you've got to then make sure you study the book. So when you're looking at your future, no matter what you're looking at, how uncertain things may seem right now, stay in the book. Stay in the book. The third thing is this: be steady. Verse 7 says, now look, Joshua, don't you go to the right, don't you go to the left. You need to be steady. Stay on course. There are many times when we deal with an uncertain future, it knocks us off course. One day we're doing one thing one way, another day we're doing another thing another way because of the uncertainty that we are dealing with. So we tend to deal with things as they arise. Let me help you understand something. When Joshua had 1.5 million people behind him coming out of the wilderness, going over the Jordan River, going into an uncertain future, but know this, there were promises there. God had made them promises. So he had to be what? Steady. Steady. There are promises that God has for you and I in our future. But we have to be steady. We have to be courageous and studious. We have to be strong. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: the future is yours. Seize it. The future is yours. Seize it. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you, give you peace. Share the manna to one other person. And tomorrow we'll have more morning manna for you. God bless you. Bye now.